Hello, we are moving on to the next topic under module 1 energy systems. So, here in this session, we will be discussing about the batteries and their classification. Batteries are also called as storage devices because we can store the energy and whenever it is needed, it can be utilized. So, the secondary batteries are generally referred to as storage devices. Batteries are the sources of portable sources of electrical energy. Batteries are portable sources of electrical energy. The batteries are classified as primary batteries, secondary batteries and reserve batteries. Okay. So under classification of batteries we have three types: primary, secondary and reserve batteries. Let us see what are the primary, secondary and the reserve batteries. The primary batteries are the batteries where the cell reactions are irreversible. Okay, here the cell reactions are irreversible. Okay, so once the battery is utilized, that is utilized in the sense until the active components are there in the batteries are utilized. Which are all the active components of your battery? The active components are anodic component will be there, cathodic component will be there, and electrolyte will be there. Okay, all these togetherly they are called as active components. Until the active components are there, the batteries can be utilized. Once when forward reaction is over, okay, like when the reaction is going on, the forward reaction is going on, the efficiency will be decreasing. Once all the reaction is over, it will become zero, no energy will be there. Okay, and you cannot utilize them again because the cell reactions are irreversible. You cannot try to recharge, you cannot recharge them. Okay, as the cell reactions are irreversible. So you can use only until the active components are present, and afterwards there will be for no electrical use. Okay, so these are the primary batteries. Primary batteries are the not rechargeable and consequently are discharged then disposed of, in which the electrolyte is not a liquid but a paste are similar. The cell is operated until the active components in the electrodes are exhausted. Once all the active components are utilized, they do not have any further electrical use. Generally, primary batteries have a higher capacity and initial voltage than rechargeable batteries. Okay, so these batteries can be utilized only until the active components in them are present. Once all the active components are utilized, they do not have any further electrical use, they must be discarded. Okay, so for example, the primary batteries for the examples for the primary batteries are all batteries like what we use in wristwatches, okay, calculators, wall clocks, remotes, okay, and in all other toys, okay, like we can generally say the consumer electronic devices. Okay, all these are primary batteries only. Okay, we can utilize them only until the active components are present. Fine, and we cannot recharge and reuse them. Examples are dry cell, okay, or it is also called as a Lagrange cell, okay, or ZnMnO2 battery. Example is ZnMnO2 and lithium manganese oxide primary batteries. These two are examples for primary batteries. Okay, next coming to the secondary batteries. What are secondary batteries? Secondary batteries are also called as storage cells. Why they are called as storage cells? Because they can be recharged and reused until the shelf life and cycle life of the batteries are good. Okay, what is the shelf life and cycle life? Shelf life means for how many years the battery is retaining its capacity before the failure occurs. And what is the cycle life? Cycle life means what we will be using a device, for example a mobile, one full discharge and full once again recharge. Okay, one full recharge and discharge, that is called as one cycle life. Okay, how many years the battery will be recharged and reused again and again, okay, before the failure occurs is called a cycle life. So until the shelf life and the cycle life of the battery are good, they can be recharged and reused again and again, because here the reactions are reversible. Okay, in all the secondary batteries the reactions are reversible. How they are reversible? Okay, it will not be spontaneous. Only the forward reaction is always spontaneous. Okay, the battery, like for example mobile is there, mobile will not get itself recharged, right? Okay, what we have to do, mobile is there, we are using, the battery will get over, then the mobile will get switched off. What do, we pass the direct current, in the opposite direction of the discharge current, right? Okay, we are passing the direct current in the opposite direction of the discharge current. Okay, so the reaction is not spontaneous. Okay, so we have to supply some energy from outside to carry out the non-spontaneous redox reactions. Clear, no? That is the recharging. Once again, you are charging the battery. So what happens when you supply the electric current? The reaction will become reversible and it will be replacing the active components in its original place. When the completely the active components are replaced fully, then the battery will show 100% full. Okay, so the secondary batteries are called as a storage devices or storage cells because they can be recharged and reused until their cycle life for good. Okay, and here the cell reactions are reversible and the batteries will be recharged by applying the direct current in the opposite direction of the discharge current. Examples for this kind of batteries are, the batteries which are used in all the automobiles are secondary batteries. Okay, and you should know one more thing, it is only and one lead acid battery which is used until now, the good old lead acid battery. No other battery can be able to replace that good old lead acid battery. Many hundreds of kinds of batteries has come, but nothing is able to replace the lead acid batteries in the automobiles. Okay, of course in some of the automobiles some other batteries are used. Coming to the shelf life and cycle life of the battery, coming to the life of the battery, always the best one is the lead acid battery. Fine. So the example for secondary batteries are lead acid battery, nickel metal hydride battery, or nickel cadmium batteries. Okay, these are all the secondary batteries which can be recharged and reused until their shelf and cycle life are good. Okay, at last reserve batteries. What are the reserve batteries? Reserve batteries are a special kind of batteries. Okay, here they are designed for emergency short service life or for a for long term storage. Okay, they are designed for emergency short service life and for a long term storage. They are not rechargeable. Okay, once they will be producing the energy. Here the difference is the first type batteries are unable to recharge. The second type of battery, secondary, they can be recharged and reused. In the case of reserve batteries, any one of the active component or a key component. The main component of the battery is called as an active component or a key component is stored separately here. Okay, and they are introduced or incorporated into the battery when and where it is required. Okay, generally, in the reserve batteries, from the electrolyte, the water will be stored separately. Okay, in the case of aqueous batteries, the water will be stored separately. Whenever we need energy, just water will be added. The batteries will get activated and they will start giving a large amount of energy instantly. Got it? Okay, here in this type of batteries, any one of the active component, or it's also called as a key component, is stored separately. The battery pattern will be there, the battery materials will be there, only one of the component is stored separately. What is stored separately? Generally, in the case of the aqueous electrolyte batteries, aqueous water batteries. Okay, I mean water batteries in the sense the electrolyte used is water based. Okay, so in that only the concentrated electrolyte will be there, water will not be mixed. When water is added, the batteries will get activated. Okay, and they will start giving energies. Fine. Examples for this type of batteries are silver oxide activated by water battery or magnesium activated by water batteries. Okay, you should know one more reaction, thermite reaction it is called as. Okay, it will be giving so much of large amount of energies. The energy can be used to weld the cracked railway tracks. Okay, you can just imagine how much of energy will be liberated. Okay, that is it is also an example like a reserve batteries only. Whenever the energy needed, large amount of the energies are needed. Okay, one of the active component will be stored separately, that will be added. When that component is added, they will start giving large amount of energies. Okay. Okay, this is the reserve batteries. Okay, so this is about the classification of the batteries. Primary, okay, which cannot be recharged and reused. Okay, so they must be discarded once the active components are over. Secondary batteries are the one, they are called as the storage cells because they can be recharged and reused for a long time until their shelf life and cycle life is present. The third case is a reserve batteries. Okay, what are reserve batteries? Any one of the key component, that is main component, is stored separately. Whenever we need to produce energy, they will be just added. Usually in the case of aqueous batteries, water will be separated. When water is added, the batteries get activated and will be giving a large amount of energies. Okay, so these are about the classification of the batteries. Okay, in the next class we will be discussing about the construction and working of the few other batteries. Until then, take care.